Now we're ready to polish this project off. And you're going to find the audio for this project in a folder called audio, of course. And this is the VO. So I'm going to simply put this in the audio folder. Just drag it on in. And I'm going to place it now. So we know where the audio lives. So I'm going to go to the appropriate place in our timeline. And we know the audio starts right at the beginning. I'm going to take my VO and drag it right in my timeline. And it starts right there. Now what I need you guys to do, of course, is I'm not going to play the audio for you. I want you to do it on your own. The audio actually doesn't start at the very beginning. It starts somewhere in the center. So just take this guy here and just slide it until the audio starts playing and you line it up perfectly. So that's for you guys to have fun with. All right. So now that we have the audio in place, let's talk about a little trickery. I'm going to create a fade in box and a fade out box using a solid. So what I'm going to do is go to layer. And of course, once again, make sure I'm down here. New solid, and we'll just call this fade. And we'll call this fade in. I'm going to make the color black. Make comp size. Click OK. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit T on my keyboard. And of course, I want to match this up so that it's not quite as long as the audio, but close. So I'm going to lock the opacity in at 100% on the first frame. Go right about here. And then dial that back. Of course, this is going to change based on where the audio plays for you guys. So make sure you line that up so it starts off nice and dark and we hear the audio, blah, 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 and then blah, blah, blah followed. And then it starts the animation like so. Now, of course, we can simply duplicate this fade in box and move the keyframes. So we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and take this fade in, hit Command or Control D on our keyboard. And we're going to change this one to fade out. Now, of course, we want to inverse these keyframes. So we're going to hit T on our keyboard. And we're going to take these keys here. And we're going to simply flip them around. So I'm going to go all the way to the end of the project. And just literally flip them around. So when I play it, it fades out. One of the things you have to get used to when you're working on a computer is trickery. You have to learn to recycle things instead of recreating things over and over again. Now, of course, when you're learning, it's really a good practice because you want to get the art of using After Effects and other applications down to a science. And then you can start thinking of ways to kind of save time. And duplicating things is totally a great way to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and hit home on the keyboard. And let's go ahead and preview this entire production. So I'm going to go ahead and deselect, and I'm going to sit back with you guys and check out all of our work. Now, once again, you're not going to hear any audio. All right, guys. So at this point, feel free to tweak, add glows to things like the sun, make the sky move across very slowly, maybe even put the covers in front of this landmass here, and just have some fun on your own. Take this project and just refine it. We know the basics now of creating a sizzle reel. So I hope you had fun and I hope you learned a lot. And maybe you'll become a fan of the Dark Tower like I am. Take care.